Good morning. Back with another one, and it's amazing. It's amazing to be so blessed, to feel so called to be here 3 for 3. So the message I was called to write through Christ, I titled it, The Necessary Conditioning Through Suffering. Starts with John chapter 9, verse 3. Jesus answered, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but it was so that the works of God might be displayed and illustrated within him." And in Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, "And my God will supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory in Jesus Christ." And we were all born of different life situations, full of suffering, challenges, many different forms. So many people see things as happening to them, as if their life attacks them. And it's plain that majorities of people were never provided with the wisdom to truly be accountable in this way, to see that life happens for you. And on a basic level, just humans by ourselves, suffering and challenges in all forms can stack 10 stories high in all directions. But with God, but with love, we should see our sufferings are much smaller than physically perceived. And when it is understood that these things happen for you and not to you, God is much more visible. And the Word was God. And Jesus says, "I do not expect you to understand now what the Father allows, what I allow, in order to bring about my Father's will." That's just necessarily saying that, man, the things that you might not understand in this life, the things that you're going through, it is all for the glory of Him. And to further that idea, the universe acts as an error correcting code, always refining and perfecting the systems in it. And we are the same. And it's our suffering that allows us to error correct. And we grow in alignment to Christ based on our accountability. And without suffering or challenge, there'd be no motivation to connect with the Father. In Peter's first letter, he encourages believers to persevere through suffering for its faith-refining effect. He gives us confidence to entrust ourselves to a loving Father, to the loving Father. And I encourage you to search within your heart of hearts for the light of God. I encourage you to understand that suffering ceases to be suffering as soon as you form a clear and precise picture of it. Suffering ceases when we cross the threshold, confident that we receive from God's hand, that what we receive from God's hand is for His glory and for our good. And let us take heart through suffering the ways God will use it for good in your life. And we may not always understand our suffering or our challenges, but with God, but with love, we can know. My suffering revealed to me that it was God who kept me, protecting my heart for eternity. Peter chapter 1, verse 5 through 7. It's very plain when you take a good rational look at it, that what you go through, what you live through, is all specifically catered challenges, situations for your life, for your heart, to bring you closer to Christ. And it's perfect. It's a perfect thing. And once you come to understand this, all challenges are small in the face of God, and our power is increased tenfold with unrelenting faith.